Kim Kardashian has addressed past allegations of blackfishing when wearing her hair in braids and cornrows. Kardashian, 41, speaking with playwright Jeremy O. Harris in an extensive interview for ID magazine, said she would never do anything to appropriate any culture in her style, which is sometimes influenced by her oldest daughter, North, 8, who is biracial. Honestly, a lot of the time it comes from my daughter asking us to do matching hair, the reality TV icon, who is also mother to daughter Chicago, 3, and son Saint, 6, and Sam, 2. With estranged husband Kanye West, 44, told the magazine. Scroll down for video. Kardashian explained how she's addressed the issue with North with measured candor. "I've had these conversations with her that are like, hey, maybe this hairstyle would be better on you and not on me," she said. "But I also want her to feel that I can do a hairstyle with her and not make it that big of a deal either if that's something that she's really asking for, and really wants." Kardashian pointed out her own cultural background, noting that there's also a history of braiding hair in Armenia, and people forget that I am Armenian as well. In the chat with the publication, Kardashian said she has definitely learned over time, and tried to pass that culture of learning on to her kids too. The fashion mogul appeared on the cover of ID's The Out of the Blue issue, created in co-collaboration with Tiffany & Company. As she showed off her famous curves in a clinging black skim sculpting bodysuit and Tiffany's jewelry, she touched on several subjects including her Saturday Night Live hosting gig back in October, when she cracked jokes about some of her famous relatives. Kim talked about how unkind she was to her nearest and dearest while hosting the show, as she insisted that they all have a sense of humor about themselves and their family unit as a whole. "I think people might not get that we're absolutely in on the joke," she said. "We always have been. It is what it is. I especially couldn't really give a F what anyone ever says and thinks. And so, I was just like, listen, if I'm going to do this, I want you guys to know we're in on this. This is what we talk about when we're at home. We have a sense of humor. We roast each other as a family all day long. None of us are sensitive to it." Kim went on to insist that showing off her sense of humor was the real her, and she felt like the gig was a way to showcase that. She explained, "I wanted people to see a part of my personality that all my friends know, that everyone close to me knows. But you know, SNL was a completely different audience for me. It was my opportunity. I wanted to show people that this is funny, and this is a big side of my personality too. And it was fun." Some of the gags she was involved in included doing a ruthless impression of her older sister Kourtney, poking fun of her divorce from Kanye West, and kissing Pete Davidson, whom she has since been romantically linked to. Kim was asked by the 32-year-old slave playwriter if there were any jokes that she had steered away from, to which she revealed that there was one joke left on the cutting room floor. The reality star said, "Everyone in the family was just like, you can do whatever you want. Everyone was really easy and game for me to do whatever I wanted. Although I had a really funny joke about Tristan Thompson and Khloe that I took out, I could have maybe gone further. But everyone was like, use me. Do whatever you want. This is your time." They were down. That was super cool. It wasn't all jokes that were being discussed, as Harris asked her a very serious question about being criticized for blackfishing. According to journalist Juana Thompson, blackfishing is when white public figures, influencers and the like do everything in their power to appear black. When asked about the criticism, Kim replied, "Obviously, I would never do anything to appropriate any culture. But I have in the past got backlash from putting my hair in braids and I understand that. Honestly, a lot of the time it comes from my daughter asking us to do matching hair. And I've had these conversations with her that are like, hey, maybe this hairstyle would be better on you and not on me. But I also want her to feel that I can do a hairstyle with her and not make it that big of a deal either if that's something that she's really asking for, and really wants." The mother of four said that she has found better ways to communicate the complexities of race and culture issues, including their Black and Armenian heritages. She explained, "But I've learned and grown over the years, and figured out good ways to communicate with all my kids about all this. I've definitely learned over time, and I've tried to pass that culture of learning on to my kids too, but then there's also a history of braiding hair in Armenia, and people forget that I am Armenian as well." Meanwhile, it is a massive day in Kim's life as she is one step closer to fulfilling her dream of becoming an attorney as she passed her baby bar exam after failing 3 times previously. The mogul took to Instagram to share a gallery of images of herself in an elegant dress as she revealed the milestone in her journey to become a lawyer. Despite the previous failures, Kim explained remained motivated as she kept her father, the late Robert Kardashian, in the mind as she said if he were alive today he would have been her biggest supporter. The reality star began the post by writing a lengthy caption to her 269 million followers which began, "Guy passed the baby bar exam!" Looking in the mirror, "I am really proud of the woman looking back today in the reflection." The reality star was referencing photos she had taken in front of her bathroom mirror for announcement as she was joined by a photographer and a filming crew. She continued, "For anyone who doesn't know my law school journey, no, this wasn't easy or handed to me. I failed this exam 3 times in 2 years, but I got back up each time and studied harder and tried again until I did it. I did have COVID on the 3rd try, W104 fever, but I'm not making excuses." Winking eye emoji. The first-year law student's examination, false, aka baby bar, is a 1-day test given remotely in June and October. Passing the State Bar of California is arguably the toughest in the nation, as Kim explained that since she did not complete her first year of law study in a Juris Doctor degree program at a state bar unaccredited registered law school, she had to take this first exam with a harder pass rate.